what are the risks involved in changing a flat tire on the road? There is something that you need to consider before you answer this question. The context. What context we are talking about? Is this road on the bridge? Is it on the highway? Is it on a rural road? Yeah, the context. Who is going to change the flat tire? So look at the context before you answer the question. You should have asked me, okay, what's the context? While these people were trying to change a flat tire, you were thinking of what may go wrong, right? Isn't it? So there was something called uncertainty. You don't know what's going to happen. It could be this, it could be that. So the idea itself is about uncertainty. So uncertainty for you, in order for you to know what is it, it is something called unknown. So something that you don't know that's going to happen. You don't know about it. Unknown unknowns. Okay? And when you are about to know, when you start to know what could be unknown, then you are going up the ladder, and then it is about risk. So risk is about known unknowns. So everything will be uncertain unless you start examining whether you may have the probabilities that could happen or not. So you start to have some knowledge about it. And we have something called threat and opportunities. All of these concepts are coming under the risk knowledge area. Okay, so we need to know that risks have very good relationship with the uncertainties, but it is one-way relationship. Okay, so fine. So which one do we need to know about? Which one matters to us? Which one makes difference? If we don't manage that right, we will not achieve our objectives. So think of the risk from your perspective as an individual or a corporate that has or have an objective. Okay, if you have an objective, you want to make sure that, for example, I want to reach from A to B. Okay, any risk that could hinder my aim or my objective, I need to assess it, which is the risk. Any uncertainties, anything could happen. If I want to go up, I may fall down, right? So you always think about this stuff. Okay, so mainly we talk about the things which have very significant influence on your action. So anything that matters to you is worth it, that you go and analyze it and try to manage it, identify first of all, and know everything about that. If you don't know that, you end up with problems. So we have a lot of approaches on how you can know the risks or the uncertainties that matter to you. So something called art of guessing, or variability, that you know that will happen, but you don't know which one. Okay, so you have certain areas where you can deal with, especially when it comes to knowledge, that thing that we are not sure of, that they may happen, but the probability could be high, could be less, we are not yet sure. And there are some blind spots that you will never reach to that area. Still, it is there, but you will never know, like storms. Risk is not a bad thing. It could be positive risk. So it's not always, oh, we have a risk. It could be very positive risk, like stock market. You may take the risk of going to stock market, and you will become very rich overnight because you took a risk. And here we'll talk about the differences between those who are trying to take the risk and those who are very hesitant to take that risk, and why we have some differences. In governments, for example, any government in Australia is risk what? Are they risk taker or they are risk averse? They are risk averse because they are accountable to the public. They are funded by the public, and they cannot take any risk. They are not able to take any risk because it's not their money. So if you have a project which is funded by the government, you need to make sure that this government, who is the client, will not take any risk in that project. That's why they're always trying to make it a lump sum, to put all the risk on the contractor. Design and build, you'll find most of the councils try to do their projects on a design and build basis. The risk is minimal. They cannot take any risk. Always think about positive and negative risk arrangement, and how does it really influence your action and your decision. If we have a major objective that we want to achieve, and that objective, like we need to finish on time, on budget in this project, you need to make sure that you analyze all the situations that could be encountered that may be challenging for you to achieve this target. The risk management itself is about maintaining your objectives to make sure that you maximize your chance of success in your project. And if there is no risk in your career, there is no gain whatsoever.